Hi, Yuli Kitsune here. I don't usually like throwing my hat in the ring of drama or anything, and I'm not really going to start now, but given everything that I've heard about this YouTuber slash Twitch streamer named Tectone, I've heard that he's been a problematic piece of garbage for a while now, and recently his ex had accused him of sexual assault and all kinds of horrible kinds of abuse. And the thing is while there is a lot of stuff floating around, there are credible pieces of evidence, as noted by screenshots of an email that his ex sent to the Austin Police Department. I am a firm believer in the idea that you should believe a woman when she speaks about her experiences when it comes to sexual assault, rape, or anything else. You need to believe them. And if they happen to be wrong, then that is something the courts can litigate. That is something that can be litigated in trial. And if it turns out to be wrong, it turns out to be wrong. Oh well, whatever. I am a firm believer that if someone has evidence, and even if they don't have evidence at first, maybe they're talking to a lawyer, seeing what evidence they can gather, or maybe they're working up the courage to talk to the police, etc., etc., etc. The overall main point is that you should believe women. You should believe them. You should just believe them. And the only arbiter of whether or not a woman was wrong should be the courts. And if she happens to be wrong, maybe there was a miscarriage of justice or a mistake that was made. Either way, you need to believe women when it comes to sexual assault and rape. I do not make the fucking rules. That's just the way it should be. You need to believe them, period. And not just that, but Tectone's ex released a huge document exposing all kinds of horrific abuse and all kinds of degradation, sexual assault and so on, and it's just it's horrible. And I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I know whether or not it's 100% true. I don't really care if it's 100% true or not. The fact of the matter is Tectone is a very powerful figure, and a woman is speaking out against him. That already takes a lot of courage and a lot of bravery. The fact is that woman is facing all kinds of threats, harassment, and so on. It takes a lot of courage to speak out under those circumstances. All this to say, he also has been talking shit about Nyara, a transgender VTuber, and ultimately it's Nyara who came out on top of this whole situation. And good for her. She deserves that. She did a good job in standing up to a bully, and now said bully is leaving Twitch and YouTube and basically cutting back on content creation, which is good for us. The safer platforms are, the better the content creation space can be. And right now, all platforms are losing a big bully who has made a career out of objectifying and harassing women, and has made a career out of being a bigot and an asshole. So as far as I'm concerned, nothing of value was lost. So to Tectone, goodbye. You will not be missed. And stay the fuck off of Twitch. You will not be missed, and we will kick you off the platform if we have to. Stay away. And now, I'm just gonna sort of let the tweets and evidence speak for itself, honestly. I'm done rambling. I'm just gonna let everything else in this short little video speak for itself. Hi, one more small thing I want to add. Tectone tried to defend his own father by saying, oh, he was a veteran of 15 years, blah, 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 blah. His father is Colonel Michael Robertson. And in the following video, you're going to see why he shouldn't have used his father in any of his claims or rebuttals. But to give you the long and short of it, his father was convicted of 14 counts of sexual assault and rape towards his female subordinates while he was spending time in the army. And now I'm gonna let everything else speak for itself.
Today, I would like to tell the story of one of the 8% that were prosecuted. The story of Colonel Michael Robertson, who commanded Fort Bliss's 31st Combat Support Hospital at Camp Dwyer, a military base and airfield in the Helmand River Valley in Afghanistan. Last week, Colonel Robertson was convicted by a military judge of 14 charges, including having pornography on his government computer, sexually harassing 3 women, and assaulting 5 women. 8 women that served under his command testified at great cost to their careers and their privacy. Colonel Robertson routinely touched them without permission on their breasts, thighs, and buttocks, and encouraged them to look at pornography computer. Some testified the harassment occurred daily. Sadly, the military careers of these 8 women who bravely did the right thing are almost assuredly destroyed. A major who filed a claim against Robertson said, quote, "I don't know if my career was in jeopardy for doing the right thing. Who in the Corps who supported you is going to trust you in the future?" Unquote. Despite repeated warnings, Colonel Robertson also emailed pornography to friends and female subordinates. A lieutenant colonel who was the chief nurse under Robertson's command said his command style split the staff and created a toxic environment. What makes the defense's answer to all these actions? That all of these jokes and the touching were attempts to boost morale. How much more outrageous must the excuse become before we do something about it? So what is the punishment for someone in the military convicted of 14 counts of assaulting and harassing a subordinate who was assigned to protect? Is he sent to prison for being a predator? Is he stripped of his standing in the military? Oh, no. Colonel Robertson was ordered to pay a $30,000 fine over 3 months and spent 3 months in prison. Colonel Robertson will retire from the Army when he finishes his sentence. His conviction won't affect his Army retirement or his federal health insurance, and he will not be required to register as a sex offender.
Denims talks about you? Dude, I only watch Denims clips offline. Yeah, with my pants off. Yeah, I can't watch those on stream. Yeah, just shouldn't bother. Third time trying to record this video. That goes to show just how fucked up I am. Because I'm usually like a 1K guy. It's been a couple days. I've been gone for about 5 days. Maybe you haven't even noticed. You probably haven't even noticed. If you see this video, it means I'm already gone. This video title scared the shit out of me. You can never stop clickbait, man. That's the name of the fucking game. Maybe some of you guys have noticed the stop. But I've now been content creation free for a while. It's chill, you know, it's been pretty friendly with the show, so maybe some of you guys will like it, maybe some of you guys won't. But I'm gonna be back and I want to let you know, if any of you guys think because of me streaming or me being stressed over YouTube's, you know, all those guys are like, I love content creation. I do. It's just the culture that I have a problem with. If you're just here to know this, no, I'm not coming back yet. No, I'm not going to be back for a while. And yes, I do miss you because I love you. I miss making content for you guys. And I will say, expect a couple YouTube uploads.